6 years ago, God had the wisdom to bring to New York Theological Seminary one of the great development officers working in our time, somebody who had left the development field, he thought, to go to ministry and take a church, and found himself back working in the ministry of stewardship and development. Dr. Paul Bradley has worked with us at New York Theological Seminary. He's been alongside me, my co-laborer, for the last 6 years. This past year, Dr. Bradley began working with the Blanton Peale Institute, became their consulting development officer, and then the vice president for development while he stayed at NYTS. And in March of this past year, last month, Dr. Bradley became the president-elect of the Blanton Peale Institute for Mental Health. And so it is my honor here tonight to introduce a new president. Where's Paul? Come up, Paul Bradley. I'm introducing a new president who remains as a consulting person with our team. Peter Zarin has become vice president for development and institutional advancement at New York Theological Seminary. Peter will come up for a moment, but I just want to take a moment, first of all, and just thank Paul publicly for all he's done and introduce him here to you as president-elect of Blanton Peale. And you didn't know this, but we have a plaque for you, Paul. No. Oh, no. The trustees, administration, faculty, staff, alumni, students of New York Theological Seminary proudly recognize and celebrate the contributions of the Reverend Dr. Paul William Bradley for 7 years of outstanding and dedicated service to the mission and ministry of New York Theological Seminary. As Vice President for Development and Institutional Advancement and Adjunct Professor of Church Administration and United Church of Christ Polity, everybody at New York Theological Seminary does lots of things. Awarded this 20th day of April 2010 to Paul. Mr. President.
Okay. Wow. This isn't in my script. Thank you so much, Dale, and thank you, NYTS. It's really, it's very moving. The challenge of moving to become president of Blanton Peale beginning in June is a wonderful opportunity. Blanton Peale is a great organization, and I've been so blessed to have had the opportunity to serve all of you at NYTS for these past number of years. I am here right now in my capacity still as the chair of the Gala Advisory Committee of this Gala, and just want to thank you for your contributions that have made this evening possible. Those contributions make it possible for the seminary to do everything that it does, and that it does so well. I believe we've raised, I don't have a current number because I'm not at the office to run the numbers myself anymore, but I believe we've raised about $300,000, and that's before the silent auction. That will help us get ourselves over the campaign goal of $14 million tonight, so your continuing contributions really make all the difference, particularly, as we've already said, in this difficult economic climate. So we will be hearing more about the campaign in a little while as we complete this journey that we actually launched here at the Gala a few years ago. And I want to just make sure that there were many people who've worked on many aspects of the seminary's work to move us forward, but I want to lift up the Reverend Susan Switzer, who has been our campaign manager. She is the person with campaign in her title. She continues as the director of major gifts and planned giving, but she's the one who has to make sure that the campaign really moves forward and that it really happened. So we're very grateful to Susan for all she's done in leading us through the campaign to this point. And we certainly also want to thank Dr. Huyen Chang Lee, who is our Gala honorary chair, who you heard from already, for her leadership and support. And without her help, all that you see tonight would not have been possible. So let's have a round of applause for Dr. Lee.